Both North and South agreed to stop broadcasting propaganda at each other.
Would you envision a convergence of the two systems?
I would also like your personal assessment of Kim Jong-il.
Welcome everybody. Delighted that everyone could join us. It's a pleasure to have everyone here for the 8th Gatekeeper Editors trip that the IRP has run since 2000.
It's a very long, strenuous schedule, so conserve your strength.
Korea, it kind of marries all these things that we're worried about now, you know, kind of how to deal with nuclear powers, how to make former enemies into friends.
It's a country that's in the news, but not very well covered or understood. And so I'm excited to be going to learn as much as I possibly can.
As you can see, as we move up through this area, everything is heavily defended. The defensive belts and the barbed wire and everything else is very, very extensive through here. Area is also extensively mined. Do not walk off the roads. It would be bad.
And you'll see here the number of active guard posts today, 270 in the north side, 77 in the south. We've reduced the number of guard posts because we do have better means of electronic surveillance available to us.
When you go up there, you'll see guard posts with people looking at you through the binoculars. They try to identify me, and so we play little games. Like, for instance, they'll come out and put the binos and try to take a picture, and as they get ready to put the camera up, I'll go like this, or, you know, turn around.
Yes, sir. That building directly opposite there is Panmunjom, which is the KPA's equivalent of my office, and they also use that as a visitor welcoming center. The military demarcation line is the concrete slab outside. It's further denoted here by this line of microphones that goes down the center of the table and continues out behind me onto this concrete slab again.
I'm actually standing right now in North Korea, about 5 steps away from South Korea.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, can you explain when you get a minute why he's facing the wall there?
He's standing half exposed behind there to provide less of a target if he were fired upon. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we are at the bridge of no return. If you'll let our security escorts get ahead of us. The last Americans to cross this bridge were Commander Bucher and the crew of the USS Pueblo, who were returned through here in 1968 after spending 11 months in captivity in the north.
So this morning we are going to Dr. Stephen Linton's office, the director of the Eugene Bell Foundation. Right?
We manage assistance to 40 different institutions in North Korea on an ongoing basis from this office here. If you have a system and it goes broke, this is what happens. The medical profession gets into some very creative coping mechanisms. This is a doctor growing cotton for bandages. A lot of these instruments are handmade. One of the things you hate to hear about is the fact that people are often waking up in the middle of surgery.
These people are in such desperate situation, the way you've described it. How does this society and this regime sustain itself and stay in power?
North Korea is a society that sees itself under siege. If you went to a general and you said, you should be requisitioning more medical supplies instead of ammunition during a siege, he would look at you like you were crazy.
It's really the first time we've sort of seen past the border. We've been hearing a lot about it, but to see the pictures of how people live in terms of how their healthcare is organized, it's, I think, very sobering.